What's up, guys? I want to talk to you today about living in the present moment, because most of our problems stem from not living in this exact moment. The first thing we need to do is remind ourselves that time is just a concept. The past and the future don't exist. All that exists is this exact moment. Yet most of us go through life and we are either living in the past or we're living in the future. So the past entails our story, our suffering, our anger, our being a victim, our resentment of others and our circumstances. For example, say you're driving to work one day and you're in a rush and someone cuts you off and almost hits your car. Most people, for the rest of the car ride, they're just thinking about that guy or girl who cut them off on the highway. Most people live in that moment of being angry at that person for the rest of the car ride, instead of realizing that that happened in the past and it's not right now. That was just a moment in time and it's not right now. They don't enjoy the rest of the car ride there, or it travels with them to work and they're still angry when they're at work. The future includes our anxieties, our fears, our planning, our dreaming. And most of us live in the future as well. For example, say you wake up in the morning for work or class or whatever it is, you take a shower. Most people aren't there in that shower. Are you fully there in the shower? Are you noticing the sensation of the water on your body? Or are you already at work or class or whatever it is you need to do? Because most people are already thinking about what they need to do and not just being present in that moment. And not just in the shower, but anywhere you go in life, in your relationships, even when you're working. Most people say, oh, I study all the time, or I work so hard, but during that time period, they're not working that whole time. Maybe they're working for like half of the time, but the other half, they're thinking about other things that they want to be doing, or they're wasting time, or they're thinking about something that they resent about something someone said to them. So ask yourself, when you're working or when you're with other people, am I fully here right now? Because most of the time the answer is no, and that's okay, because it's a human thing. Most people can't go 3 minutes without thinking a thought. Just try going 3 minutes without thinking one thought. It's impossible unless you're like a Buddhist monk or something. So know that in the present moment there are no thoughts, but very few of us actually live in that moment right now. And this is so important because in the present moment you may feel pain, but you cannot suffer. There may be danger, but you cannot feel fear. You may be wronged, but you cannot feel anger. And think about how much better our lives would be if we spent more time in the present moment. So now I'm going to give you 3 simple steps you can start taking to become more present and live more fully in the moment. The first thing to do is focus on the breath, because the breath, along with change, is the only constant in life. So simply take a deep breath through your nose and breathe out of your nose. Most people will breathe out of their mouth, but when we breathe out of our mouth, it triggers a subtle anxiety response, which increases our heart rate and our blood pressure, and actually hinders our ability to stay present in the moment and stay calm. This is why you barely ever see world-class runners or cyclists panting when they're racing, because they're breathing in and out of their nose, and not in their nose and out of their mouth. The second step is being a witness to your thoughts. So imagine my finger is a moment in time, the present moment in time. It's constantly changing. But what most of us do is we get stuck in one moment. We take a snapshot of one moment and we just live in that moment for however long it is, instead of going along with the present moment. So what you should do is observe it, name what exactly that snapshot is, and set it aside. So maybe you're driving down the road and that guy cuts you off, and you realize, you become aware that the emotion you're feeling is anger, and that was a snapshot you had. You got stuck on that feeling of anger, and you just stayed there through the rest of your car ride instead of realizing, oh, I felt angry in that moment, but that moment is gone now, and so is that experience. So lastly, ask yourself, what am I doing right now? So put myself in your shoes. I'm sitting here, I'm watching this video either on my computer or on my phone. Is that all I'm doing? Am I thinking about something else? Am I feeling a certain emotion? What else am I doing? So remember, in all that you do, be fully there in that moment. And when you realize, become aware that you're not in that present moment, come back to the breath. Noticing the air going in and out, like the waves on the beach.